Yoruba people say ti ayé bá ń yí,
kó má bá wọn yí.
ká má bá wọn yí. So when the world is turning around,
finally, ó ti kúrò ní tàtijọ́, ìṣẹ̀lá Túndé Mósìlíù, Àyìnlá mi Joshua o, ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ bá mi dàlú bólẹ̀, àlùjọ ní kíyá mọ́sá. So how is it going to be like if I pretend as if I'm doing an intro, but I'm not doing an intro? What is it going to be like if I'm checking it out? Anyway, welcome guys. This is David Sean, and I'm the host with the most. And I'm here today with someone very popular, one of the biggest MC we have around in Manchester right now. And he's on the Box18 today. And I'm so pleased to welcome him. Everyone, I wish the audience there, so like people could just they clap. Everyone, welcome this guy. He's a very talented guy. He's an entertainer. I don't like to call him comedian because it sounds a bit gimmicky, but he's actually very, very funny. He makes me laugh. Me and him, the first time we met, I don't know if I just say we had a quanta or whatever it is, but
banter.
Guy, I gave him a lot of problems. Like I gave him lots of problems, like to the point where it was like, So we just connected from there, and he's actually being a very good person to me. Anytime you actually call him, he's very dependable. I say this, don't say I say this a lot, but obviously I know the people that are actually dependable to me. Everyone welcome MC Freeman.
Thank you very much. But seriously, that day I met you was not funny. It got to say I was like, what's happening? Is
What's going on? Exactly. It looks like maybe like I came to like not disrupt a party, but like I don't know.
The truth about it is engaging.
Yeah.
It shows that you're within the audience and you're responding.
Exactly.
It shows that, okay, I'm communicating at least with somebody.
Yeah. I think one of the things that I've noticed in your parties is that you always try to master the occasion, and like you try to read the room to know what you are going to, give different people. Like, for example, if you're among kids, you know what to say at the right moment.
Yeah.
If it's with like adults, like you can adapt to different situations, and that is actually a very, very good skill.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah, today, man, I'm actually so glad to actually have him here, like I said earlier. And today we're just going to I have some questions I've kept because of it for this show. The thing is that I just want to start by asking you, like, what's the general misconception people have when you introduce yourself that, okay, you're an MC, you're master of a ceremony, you're a content creator, this award. Before you go into that, I just want you to give me an overview give me some of the talents you do and some of the things you are involved in. Because I know you actually organize parties as well. I know that for a fact. I've seen you on some Nigerian diaspora, occasions and all. Yeah. So just give me an overview. Just give me a brief.
Yeah. When I talk about the talents that I have that most people are actually aware of.
Yeah.
First of all, I'm a dancer.
That's coming as a shock to me. Wait. What kind of dance? Is it the Michael Jackson dance or the Kaffee kind of dance, or is it the Pokoli kind of dance?
My kind of dance is special.
David dance.
In the sense that I can dance to any beat.
Real?
Yeah, I can dance to a song I've never heard before.
Crazy.
So it's inborn.
Yeah.
So I'm not a kind of I have a particular style.
Yeah.
That's why when I actually was in a dance group and my ideas were too large for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm a dancer. I'm a skit maker.
Yeah.
And what everybody know me as, I'm a microphone compere, which everybody call MC. So, but one misconception that I will always, I'm still thinking about it right now because it's still disturbing, is my name.
MC Freeman.
Freeman. It's as if when people hear Freeman, I think probably I don't charge.
Okay. Now that you've said this, I'm actually thinking about it. Okay. I'm getting it now.
Well, there was a time I posted something that is either I dance rather than do a free show.
Yeah.
So people like Freeman Alpha. I was like, you guys think I don't have bills to pay? Like I do this for fun.
Yeah.
No, I don't do it for fun. So that's number one
major
misconception.
conception.
Like Freeman, I look like, am I not going to change his name like this?
And the funny thing is, I think there is a common saying in Nigeria that says nothing is free in Freetown.
Even in Freetown, yeah.
So I don't know how do you guys expect Freeman to be free, but okay.
But that's just basic thing about it. And again, this idea of, when it comes to microphone compare, when it comes to event host,
Yeah.
at the moment now, there are different things there are different expectations of your clients.
Yeah.
That's why during the booking section, we try to understand what a client is actually
What they actually want.
looking out for.
Yeah.
And most clients will tell you, for instance, if it's a birthday party, they will tell you they need it to be funny, they need you to crack jokes,
Yeah.
they need you to actually crowd engagement,
Yeah. Be
which
engaging.
is normal.
Yeah.
But one thing I always tell my clients is, I will do my assignment, but what makes a good microphone compare is we might design this event. Okay, this is how it's going to be.
Mm-hmm.
And on that day, you see a different turnout.
Mm-hmm.
So how you can basically switch in that situation to accommodate the kind of atmosphere you're having there and still engage them.
Yeah.
It's what makes MCs
Different.
standard.
Yeah.
There's somebody that they're not cracking jokes. Like somebody, you're going to change 3 times. When women
Yeah,
change
like in a
3
party,
times.
right?
Yeah, you're coming out in 3 different outfits, and one of the guy keep cracking jokes. Let me go. I was like, I don't understand.
Are you here as a jester or you're just
because there are different. That's why in a full event, you have the comedians, you have the host, and you have these days for the after parties, you have the hype man.
Hype man, yeah.
But now, as I'm speaking to you, some clients want you to be
everything.
MC and hype man.
Same
Same thing. So like I asked them, like, when I asked them for doing booking, is there going to be an after party?
Yeah.
Because if there's going to be an after party,
you know what's going on.
Then we need to talk about it, and we need to put it in the charges. Not that day, I would walk up to you like, we didn't discuss this.
Yeah.
This is not part of the
plan.
And you will now want to be like, I should do it. Which is another topic for another day between hype men and MCs. I know some MCs now are actually
they are going into hyping.
I would say they are actually metamorphosing into hype.
Yeah.
Because Yoruba people say ti ayé bá ń yí ká máa bá wọn yí. So when the world is turning around,
finally, what's kúrò ní ìtàtijọ́ ìṣẹ̀lá Túndé Mósìlíù Àyìnlá Joshua o ẹjọ́ ẹ bá mi dàlú bólẹ̀ àlùjọ ní kíyá wọn sá. But wait, we don't want to get lost in this week, so let's continue from where we.
So some of them actually metamorphosed very well.
Yeah,
very well. Like they now discovered that was even in them.
Yeah,
even while they were doing the host time.
More like they were born for it.
Yeah, and it was not easy for some people. They're still learning the game, but that is from MC to hype, but it's very difficult for hype man
To
to be an MC.
MC, to be an event host and all that.
To be an MC, he can
Quite-
host event, but to be a microphone compare,
Yeah.
because it needs a lot of professionalism
And skills.
before you start hyping all through the shows. So, but it's entertainment world.
Exactly.
Anything can
Anything can
happen.
fly.
Yeah, anything can fly. So far, your crowd is engaged and
Yeah.
they're happy.
I mean, that's one thing. I've always said it, like, because I have a personal experience of going into shows, and then because when I was still in, years back, I don't want to say the word, so so they don't want me to, but like years back, I would like I went to one university, and then just like all this departmental thing, and then they just told me to like undo the ceremony, because I actually went there with a friend. And then they were like, okay, let me just anchor and do the thing. And I'm actually doing good. And the next thing they were like, this guy's not funny. I'm like, guys, I'm here to take charge of this event. I don't want to be cracking jokes. I don't want to be looking, because you didn't even pay me for this. So what are you expecting by expecting me to crack jokes? Nah, you wouldn't even tell me that I'm not funny or what.
Yeah, well, what you just said now is actually another part of what we face as MCs, because different MCs have different charges.
Oh, okay, yeah.
People charge based on value they give out.
Are you expensive? Let's leave it between me and you now.
So people charge based on value they give out, but during the course of negotiation, people say, you heard his mob's time. What is it? One of our family member can do it.
Let them go and do it now.
And one thing I tell clients, once I hear any client mention that,
Yeah.
it's already like a turn off for me.
Turn off, yeah.
Because you're already not valuing
what you bring to the table.
What I'm going to do. So you know that one of your
and it looks like there's a question mark on it.
Yeah.
So even if you're going to deliver like above the expectation, it's looking like
there's no
exactly,
big deal about it. But they've forgotten that anybody can hold the mic.
Yeah.
Anybody can talk on the mic. But can anybody flow with the event of the day?
Yeah. Can they relate
Can you undo audience?
Can they adapt to different situations?
Yeah, because once you are talking and your audience is not listening and you are losing your audience, a professional MC, all his intention is, how am I going to grab this attention back?
Yeah.
Because you are the host.
Yeah.
So when you are losing your audience, it's as if you are losing your value.
And it looks like when you lose the audience, it's like you've
lost the event.
You've lost the event, yeah.
That's why Yoruba event is one of the events that if you're not technical enough, you will lose it from the start. Because from experience, Yoruba event, no matter if it's wedding or anything, they start with food sharing. And food sharing,
it's where events is.
People
don't pay attention to you again.
That is the part that once it starts in a in a disarray, then it takes a lot of work for the MC to actually get it back. And when people start eating, they start discussing.
Yes.
When they start discussing, nobody's listening to the mic anymore.
Yeah.
So that's why Yoruba event is always technical to handle. Also, although nowadays they're bringing some touch thing to it that
it's more relaxed.
They for serve all these chops, starters for advanced people. But if we still go to the Lagos style, for eat. You don't even know what you're talking about. For eat.
Just eat.
So that's just it.
I think one thing about people's skill is that when you look at people, you always be like, nah, I can do this. Nah, I can do this. Until you actually do it. I would say this for free, like, not everything out there that you think you can do, you can actually do. I'm not saying this to make you feel awkward or something, but I'm actually being for real. It's not everything you feel like, oh yeah, I can do this. Nah, sometimes you can't actually do it. So you have to actually probably go and learn about it, find some things about it, probably go to school, go to training courses, find someone that can, mentor, tutor you.
Yeah.
Every Yes, we all have talents. You can always discover your talent, but sometimes there are some things that are very, very technical that needs,
Mentorship.
exactly. I just want to ask you, what's it like, balancing your work life and your relationship life? Because there is this I mean, I probably say it up with every entertainer that comes on this show. It's one of the questions I ask. You know, how do you balance that life? Because this life involves you, going outside, being outside. Sometimes you probably it's an all night thing. Sometimes, how have you actually balanced that life?
Yeah, I think one of the things one of the bases I use is priority, because uh, there's difference between work life and being outside.
Hmm.
But sometimes we're outside to network,
Yeah, yeah,
and there's something that goes with once your presence is no longer there, then you start losing your face,
Hmm.
kind of. So that's why it's a kind of business that you put a face to it.
yeah,
So most of time that okay, when we go out, when we think we're meeting up, we're greeting. Some of us are networking. How far? What's up, that deal? Have we contacted this?
that's that guy. That's
Because
MC Freeman.
and yeah, that's MC Freeman. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm having a birthday. But with all that in question, family is still number one, and we are doing all this thing. We left home to
To
feed
feed
home.
home. We
so
left home to feed home,
so
guys.
we are doing all this thing for, so it will be a good thing now. So what I do is I prioritize and I pick. Okay, if I'm going to this place,
Yeah,
what's it gonna be? If it's an event, there will be the proper communication and plan before that day.
yeah,
So everything. Thank God for this Europe.
yeah.
Everything is
It's
time
time sensitive.
management.
Yeah.
So you
So
cannot just
it's not like someone is telling you what you're going to be doing is 6 p.m. to like 11 p.m. and then you're by 6 p.m. The show has not started. Everyone wants to start early because they know that time is money over here.
that one you just said now. That one you just said now. If I've gone to 50 events since I've been to UK, and the Nigerian events, the one that start on time is one.
Wait, so I'm trying to actually understand. Do you mean like Africans still keep to African time?
African time. I've been to an event that was supposed to start by 2. We start at 5:30.
African time in Europe. That's crazy. I would have said it like I felt like most of the shows I've always gone to, maybe because I always get there late. Maybe because I always get there late.
Yeah, probably. But the one
I
thing
mean,
about it is that Nigeria
but
can
wait,
never disappoint.
me getting there late is still African time, right? Because if they tell me 2 p.m. and I'm coming there by 5 p.m., that means it's still African time.
Yeah, you're part of this community. So
I mean, guys,
it's just that. So to balance it's just setting priorities and proper communication, so that when things are not going as planned, there is a call back like, okay, I'm supposed to come back 9. I won't be
yeah,
coming back
back
9 again
by this time.
because some things couldn't go as planned.
Yeah.
I'll be coming back by this time. But if it's an all night like a club event, then it needs a lot of preparation. And so then we have to do it. But it's not easy.
Do you feel overwhelmed sometimes? Like you just, before you answer that, I just want to say, like, how long have you been doing this for? Like, how many years? And like, when I say overwhelmed, like, it does sometimes just feel like, you know what? I don't want to do this thing again. Like, you just feel like, or you just like for real, like every day since you started, you just be like, this is this or nothing. I just want to know, like, from your challenges, what are the things that you've seen? Like,
Yes. Professionally, I've been doing this over 10 years.
About 10 years. They never even born me that time, guys.
Are you serious? I've been doing this about 10 years,
Yeah.
and truth be told,
Did you all start when you were in UK or
no,
way back in Nigeria?
we're back in Nigeria.
Yeah.
I was the social director of my department. From there, I was the social director of the platoon during the NYSC.
NYC, yeah.
So from there, I have been anchoring
Shows, yeah.
shows
But
and
not like
events.
professionally.
Yeah. So professionally, I started. That was 2014.
That was like 11 years ago.
That's
If you want to estimate it
That's
into
2014.
picture perfect, yeah.
Yeah. So that's when I started professionally. And my first MC was in Lagos. I have to travel from Benue to Lagos.
That's crazy.
I'm back to Benue.
Type shit.
So if there is a time I've felt like, oh, I'm not doing this again. No. I don't think I've ever felt that way. I've never felt that
So
way.
it was this one or nothing for
I've
you.
never felt that because it's kind of something that gives me joy.
Joy, the
Like,
happiness.
I love what I do, and it doesn't even bore me. It doesn't bore me. That's why sometimes my clients, those that know me very well, when they're telling me to come, they will tell you, please don't dance more than the celebrant. Because it's something that gives me joy. And
I mean, that's true. I'm actually trying to, take my memory back down the lane. I can remember you dancing a couple of times during that show. So it actually makes more sense now. You're actually dancing. Maybe no more than the celebrants, because that day I was probably, with my couple of friends.
yes.
But I was not really fully involved in the dance segment. But
Though I cautioned myself not to actually dance. Like,
so it gives you like extreme joy. It looks like this is what you were born to do, and you just enjoy doing them.
yes,
doing
I feel that those are the moments that I actually have my inner freedom. Like, for those of us that don't really go for exercise and gyms,
Yeah.
so that it's dancing that we
Dancing.
use. So that's when I felt like, okay, as this thing that comes in me, like, let's enjoy.
Let's just enjoy it.
Let's relax. Let's
Yeah.
enjoy. As I always tell my audience, like, relax,
Relax.
enjoy. Problem not they finish.
They finish. I mean, and I think one thing that I will always say to people is that you actually need to live your life like it's going to be your last. Not that it's going to be your last. Like, live every day like it's your last. Not because it's going to be your last. Like, not because today is going to be your last, but because you only have one life and you only live once. Like, it is just one life. Not even cats that they say has a 9 life. The cat does not have 9 lives. So
that's true.
exactly, and you can only like control things around you. It's actually very lovely to hear that, through your journey, as an MC, you've never felt the reason to quit for one day or whatever it is. But I also want to see like what's been like the most challenging part of your career, and if you emphasize on that, I'm going to sketch it back to where we're coming from, where you say like people want free things, and do you feel like people, or let's just answer the first question and then we'll go to that, like what has been the most challenging part of your career?
I've actually not gone for some events because of when you're an MC, it's now a broad, it's a very big ecosystem. Like our traditional MCs.
Yeah.
So whereby you have when it comes to traditional wedding ceremonies.
That's what I just wanted you to mention about, because guys, I know we've been mentioning about birthdays, but he's actually a very good MC. He actually your weddings, your housewarming, every little thing you can actually think of is actually the right one to call on. I just think we need to mention that.
So, and Igbos have their cultural way
Yeah, of doing things.
of doing their weddings. The Yoruba have the Alaga way of doing it. So that is one challenging aspect. But based on my
Experience.
my experience and um, my upbringing,
Mhm.
I can speak Yoruba very well, very
Mhm.
fluent. I can speak Igbo,
Mhm.
but still leave it like because you can't be a jack of
All trade.
all trade.
Or else you become a master of nothing.
Yeah, someone was telling me, can you MC a wedding tradition, a Yoruba tradition?
No wedding.
I say, as much as it pleases me to actually give it a try, it's your big day. I will not want to
You don't want to give you a
put your big
try.
day on a trial and error.
Like you like a learning curve. Like you
Yeah.
want to go and use it to learn.
Yeah, so let me just focus on where my strength
Strength is
is. If it's a wedding reception, a proper reception, then I'm in for it. And again, I think I've not really done a burial reception before.
oh, okay. Okay. You won't
I know some of my guys have done, but I
at
have
least for a fact, I'm going to say this at least for a fact. I know he's not going to be the MC of his own burial. So I mean that is for a fact, but don't worry.
so I've not so that is one of the challenging part of my
So like
MC.
adaptation is not
Yeah.
just you don't tick off every event that comes your
No,
way.
you don't. You know, you can't tick off except you just want to.
So you turn down money.
It's not because it's not the money. It's the customer experience.
Let's make a secret deal. Whenever they bring a deal to you that you know you're not comfortable doing because it's not your strong suit, just refer them to me. I promise I'm going to probably go and look at YouTube videos to go and let them
Yeah,
know.
you can, and I do because I've seen people done that very well. Like that. That's why
Iduro?
Alaga Iduros
Yeah, they call them Alaga Iduro, yeah.
always maintain the Alaga Iduros.
Yeah.
Imagine Alaga Iduros now coming to do a proper wedding reception MC. Then there's going to be
The clash, like
a kind
you
of a
don't
bad influx, which is not good for the market. But I'm not saying it doesn't happen.
it doesn't happen, yeah.
I'm not saying it, but it's not good. Even for the client, it's not good because customer experience are different at different times.
Yeah.
So meeting customer experience is one basic thing that is needed for them to be satisfied.
Yeah. I mean that's the lovely part about this life that you're living in the entertainment world. You get exposed to different things, and one thing is you always learn your lesson. Just try to know the things that you should do or you should not
Not
do.
do,
Yeah. Thank you very much for coming up, showing up for me. I actually appreciate it big time. And thank you to everyone out there. If you know you enjoyed this episode, if you know you enjoy, watching what you saw today, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. This is the Box18 podcast. And remember, I am David Sean, the host to the most, one of one, one of none. And we are signing out. MC Freeman. This is the MC. He's I don't know, he's not free. He has told you guys he's not free. So don't expect any freebie for him.
No
He's not free. He's no freebie.
I got bills to pay.
Exactly. But actually, I would say one thing for the record. Reach out to him on on Instagram. He's someone you can actually call on, and he's actually affordable. It's not that he's cheap. I didn't say cheap. Exactly. So he's affordable. And thank you so much, guys. This is the Box 18, and we are signing out. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share across different social medias, and gang, see you next time. See you next time. See you next time. David
active.
Sean is signing out. Active.